Hello students, now we are going to study mensuration. So today our topic is mensuration. Now let us recall something that first, what is quadrilateral? A simple closed figure bounded by 4 line segments is called a quadrilateral. Now see the figure AB, BC, CD and DA is called a quadrilateral because these are 4 line segments joined together by their endpoints forming a quadrilateral. Now see, we can call this figure a quadrilateral. This is the figure, can we call it a quadrilateral? Yes or no? The answer is no. Why? Because here you can see the line segment AB, BC, CD and DA join with their endpoints, but BC and DA intersect other than endpoint because these line segments intersect at a point other than their endpoints. So we cannot say that this figure is a quadrilateral. Now moving on, next term. The next term is adjacent side. Now here you can see a quadrilateral ABCD. Now what is adjacent sides? So two sides of a quadrilateral which have a common endpoint is called adjacent sides. Now see, line segment AB and BC has a common endpoint B, so AB and BC is adjacent to each other. Now BC and CD, in BC and CD, C is the common point, so BC and CD is adjacent to each other. Now in CD and DA, D is the common endpoint, so CD and DA is adjacent to each other. And in DA and AB, A is the common point, so DA and AB is adjacent to each other. So we have 4 pairs of adjacent sides. Now next is opposite side. What is opposite side? If they do not have a common endpoint, it means opposite sides are those sides which faces each other. Now see here in the figure, AB line segment faces the CD line segment, so AB is opposite to CD, and AD faces the line segment BC, so BC is opposite to AD. So thus we conclude that we have 2 pairs of opposite sides, that is AB is opposite to CD and AD is opposite to BC. Now moving on next. So next topic is perimeter. What is perimeter? The perimeter is the length of the boundary of a plane figure. Perimeter is the length of the boundary of a plane figure. Now see here, this is the plane figure X, Y, Z, W, X, Y, Z. Now perimeter is the sum of all the sides. Perimeter is the sum of all the sides of a plane figure. So this is length, this is breadth, this is length, this is breadth. So if we have to find the perimeter, we have to add all the length of the boundary. Now next topic is area. What is area? The measurement of a region enclosed by a plane figure is called its area. The measurement of region enclosed by a plane figure, that means here ABCD is a plane figure and the area occupied by this ABCD, a plane figure, interior, at the interior side, we call its area. So measurement of the region enclosed by this region enclosed by plane figure is called its area. Now let's learn the formula to find out the area, perimeter and so on. Now see, first figure is rectangle. So in rectangle we have length and breadth, and here we call it diagonal. Now if we want to find the area, the formula goes as length into breadth square unit. For perimeter, 2 in the bracket length plus breadth unit. For diagonal, under root length square plus breadth square unit. If we have to find the length, then area divided by breadth, and if we have to find breadth, then area divided by length unit. Now moving on, next plane figure that is the square. So we have all sides equal, that is side, and we call this as diagonal. Now first is area. We have to find out area. So area is side into side, or say side is square or square unit. Perimeter 4 into side, that is unit. Diagonal under root, just like the rectangle. Length square, that is side square, plus breadth square, that is also side square. Or we can say that under root 2 side square, or under root 2 side, because we know that we have to pull out one from pair. We have to pull out one thing, so we have to pull out one side. We get the side, and in root we have under root 2. In root we have 2. So diagonal goes for square is root 2 into side. Now if you find out, if we want to find out side, now this goes as under root area unit. Now area when diagonal is given. If diagonal is given, then what is the area of the square? So when diagonal is given, the area of a square goes like 1 by 2 into diagonal square, square of diagonal and square unit. Now third point, suppose a room has length, breadth and height. We have, suppose a room has length, breadth and height. Now we have area of the room. Area of the room goes like perimeter into height. Perimeter into height is square unit. So perimeter of rectangle is 2 in the bracket length plus breadth, and we have to multiply it with height, so we get the area of the room. So multiplied with height, you get the area. Now second is diagonal of the room. Diagonal, as we know that diagonal is length square plus breadth square, so add height square in this. So under root length square plus breadth square plus height square unit. Now fourth point is Pythagoras theorem. What is this Pythagoras theorem? As we know that diagonal square equal to length square breadth square, or say under root length square plus breadth square. So how it is come from? It is come from Pythagoras theorem. So see this. This is we call base. This is height. This is hypotenuse. And formula goes like hypotenuse is equal to square of base plus square of height. And this formula we applied in the square or rectangle like this: length, breadth, diagonal. Now diagonal square is equal to length square plus breadth square, as we know in this. So we have to find out diagonal. So diagonal is equal to, we transfer this square to the right side. We have diagonal is equal to under root length square plus breadth square. So children, hope you understand this. Listen it very carefully and write this formula into your copy. Thank you.